Hello, everyone. Let's get started. Please download Laboratory 26 and this faithful CSV file from Blackboard. And by the way, you can download the solution to assignment 5 from Blackboard, and please check it. And if you have any other questions, you can send me emails regarding the assignment 5, all right? Okay, so yeah, next one. Today we're going to learn the codes about the correlation. Yeah, please run the first script to identify your host name, username, and the kernel information, and input your name, a number, title, and a date. All right. Today we are going to use a concrete example to show how to write the codes about the correlation. It's about geyser. It's a geyser. Here is the Old Faithful in the geyser in Yellowstone National Park in the central United States, and famous for erupting regular schedule. So you can see a video. This is a video, and I will help you to write and show the video later. So here, if you visit the Yellowstone National Park, you might want to predict the next eruption will happen. So you need to see the rest of the park and come to see the geyser when it happens. So in today's exercise or today's example, we need to use the faithful CSV file to predict the waiting time based on the eruption durations, to see if you can make predictions on the waiting time, all right, with the linear regression model. Yeah, so first we need to use the faithful CSV file for each observed eruption, and including the following columns. The first one, duration, is about the eruption durations in minutes, and second one, the time between this eruption and the next, also in minutes. So you can double click and check it first. The first one, duration, and second one is waiting time, all in minutes, right? And there are 272 rows, right? So it is a background of this example. First, you can use this script to show one YouTube video, right? First, you can import YouTube video from this ipython.display, and then this is a function, right? And next one, you can use the function, and then use the video ID from the YouTube, and then it will display the video from YouTube. It's a good way, right? Because in the future, if you want to insert a video to help you to present your ideas, present your codes, you can use this way. You can upload your recording, or you can upload any videos to YouTube, and then you can use IPython display, import the YouTube video, and after that you can insert a YouTube video in your notebook, right? It's a good way. Here's show how to display a YouTube video in a Jupyter notebook. And actually you can click it, show. It's not all the faithful either eruption, right? And you can try it. Okay. You can view it after this class. It's about this old geyser. Sorry. Okay, so any questions so far, or you have any errors when you run the file? Okay, the next one, we need to read this CSV file, right? Read task 1. Please read the faithful CSV file and store it in a variable named geyser, and geyser display the first 5 rows of the data frame. As usual, we need to import 3 necessary packages: NumPy, pandas, matplotlib, right? Is right. And next one, you need to use the pandas.read CSV to read it, right? As usual. After that, please run head function to show the first 5 rows, right? It's for task 1, so it's done by the professor. But the next one, task 2, you need to finish it by yourself. Let's see it. Task 2, so make a scatter plot of the data in original units, conventional, to put in the column where you try to predict on vertical axis and the other column on horizontal axis. Also, the plot must display appropriate X label, Y label, and title. Okay, so first you need to use a scatter plot function, right? Because you need to set a scatter plot. And here you have 2 variable, right? 2 variable to you can use them. And for the vertical axis, you need to put something you want to predict, right? And in today's class, we want to predict the waiting time, right? So that's why here you need to put the second column wait as the y-axis, and the duration as the x-axis, the first column as x-axis, okay? And please make sure to use the X label, Y label, and your title, okay? All right, so please finish it by yourself. All right, it's today's task 2, all right? So I will give you enough time to finish this one. And actually today's there's no exercise. This task is your exercise, all right? We finished the task 1, but from task 2 to task 5, you need to finish it by yourself. All right, this one is about the scatter plot. Okay, and task 3, you need to compute the mean value and the standard deviation of the eruption durations and store it in variables named duration mean and duration standard deviations, STD, respectively. Similarly, the mean and standard deviation of the waiting time are stored in the variable named the wait mean and wait STD and print out. Okay, so here you need to like calculate 4 values and store them and print out. Okay, here I give you some hints. You can use the statistics library, and after that extract the first extract the 2 columns, right? Yeah, so actually here you need to use it first. I think you also need it in task 2, right? And here, but in task 3, you also need it to export them again. And then you can use statistics.mean to compute the value, right? You can use any other packages like the SumPy, right? If you remember, we can use, sorry, let me type it. You can also use SumPy to compute the mean value and standard deviation. Doesn't matter, okay? So here I only give you one convenient way. So you can use a statistics package to compute the mean value and the standard deviation of one variable, right? So you can use it. And next one, please complete the following codes. You also need to compute the wait mean and wait standard deviation and then print out the 4 values to the output, okay? It means print out the, for instance, here, you need to print out this one and print out any other things. Okay, it's about task 3. Okay, so yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, you need to finish it by yourself, all right? Okay, so I think this is it's a typo here, right? Yeah, it's a typo. Okay, so please finish it by yourself, task 2 and task 3. Okay, any questions so far? All right, next one. is task 4. You need to compute the eruption duration in standard units and append it as a new column named duration standard units to this data frame, and compute waiting time in standard units, and append a new columns in the data frame. And after appending these 2 new columns successfully, print the first 5 rows to the output. All right. In the original CSV file, these 2 columns, they are in its original units, it's minutes, right? But in this way, we need to figure out what is the standard units, right? So I'll give you one example here. For instance, this one, duration standard units, it is the duration, it is each here, it's like each value from the first column minus duration mean, and then divided by the duration standard. It is called, after that, it is called the standard units. Okay. So you need to do it for each column. So for instance, if I create a new column to store this standard units for duration, and then after that, I show the head. Okay. As you see, it says we have 3 columns for now. Original one, original duration, original weight, original standard units of duration. Okay, so but you also need to append a new column. It's about the weight standard units. Okay, so here I list here, right? So for instance, I can show you. You need to use like the weight, but here is the weight mean, right? And then here weight, then the deviation. But first you need to compute the weight mean and the weight standard deviation. Then you can, after that, you can compute the new columns, and after that, append print the first 5 rows. Okay. Okay, so please finish it by yourself. All right. Okay, so any questions so far? All right, it's task 4, and task 5 is the last one. And after that, please make a scatter plot again in standard units, because after you finish task 4, you will have 4 columns. The first 2 are original one, and the last 2 are duration and weight in standard units, right? Conventional to put the columns, we will try to predict on the vertical axis, and the other one on horizontal axis. Plot them. The plot must display the appropriate X label, Y label, and title. So it's the same, right? So, all right. The y-axis should be weight, but it's the standard units. Okay. And the last one, x-axis should be duration standard units, right? And put them again. Okay, so please finish them by yourself. All right, it's about the how to analyze the data here, but not only you can check the correlation, but the next next lecture or next lab will show you how to make the prediction, how to predict the waiting time based on the eruption time, right? All right. Yes, so it is today's exercise or today's task. All right, please finish them task 2 to task 5. All right, and please make sure to submit by the end of Friday. Yeah, so yeah, that's all I want to share today. Thank you guys. If you don't have any other questions, please feel free to leave the meeting. And if you have questions regarding to these tasks or regarding your grades, you can stay here. Okay, thank you. No, actually, it means not for the 4 columns, only the last 2 columns, as you see here. So the vertical axis means the y-axis. You need to put the weight standard units. It means the last one, and then this one means the 3rd column. Okay. It's similar to task 2, right? But in task 2, we use the original units. So it means the first one and the second one. The first column as the x-axis, the second one as the y-axis. So that's why here we need to plot it again, but in standard units. It means the 4th one as the y-axis and the 3rd one as the x-axis. Does that make sense? Okay, thank you.